Hey guys, it's Ika, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Trilogy. I, vaguely remember what happened? Vaguely.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
The prosecutor will show the court The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in the Studio One of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. I may have done Edgeworth's voice up a bit. I don't know. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with a guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. I think I've been changing Gumshoe's voice every single time I've been voicing him, but I'm gonna go with this, see? And it's gonna end up being someone else, I betcha, see? The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that, the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. She did it. Totally did it. Somehow, maybe. Nah, not really. I don't know. Size-wise, maybe not. All the production staff were in the employee. Wait, no, hang on. There were more than 3 people. You're lying, Gumshoe. There had to have been more than 3 people. I don't believe you. If they were doing a practice shoot and they were getting more people, then they'd have more people. You liar. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to provide... Oh. Right. To perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. I'm getting the voice wrong, see? The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear sound lodged in the victim's chest was a murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again?
Should I listen to that whole thing again? No. I think I can probably remember that.
So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval.
Okay, go. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call the security officer to the stand. God, I wish I could do Edgeworth like Foffery from Shadowbringers. Because then I can scream, "I righteousness!" I need to record that because that's just such a funny line. Just randomly, "I am righteousness!" Fuck. Will the witness declare her name? Please don't ever look at me like that again.
My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Please stop. Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please!
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names.
Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. It's practically my name. Even when I was young, Oldbag was not really my name. Do you see how they have chewed my phone just because they... Can you believe it? But there was a spoiling cat in the chest junior high when they called me an Oldbag while they tried to be a Christian.
Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
No, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, say I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you.
You know yourself, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one hell of an old bag.
Okay, right. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hannah and the rest have been doing a run-through ever since that morning. Why, well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from there until 5 p.m.
Excuse me, you had to do some errands. What errands? Excuse me, sir, miss.
Now, the murder happened at 2:30, right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, the man right there, and he was heading towards the studio.
But that was a person in the outfit.
You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What errands? I'm curious. What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question!
Actually, I was watching for Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know.
So that's why you were in that picture. Observing? Were you supposed to be at the guard station?
Whippersnapper! I told you I'd lock the gate, didn't I? It did my job!
I'm not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I was watching Hammer's run through. Always. Never missed one in all my years.
Wow. I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too. You could quit being a speed reader and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Okay. I'm gonna press on that just quickly. So you saw Mr. Powers.
That's what I said. Go wax in your ears, Sonny.
Nick, this is your chance. Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
Okay. Yeah, that. Because that's not Powers. That's someone in Powers' costume. Let me get this straight. I mean, spinning all over the place. Old bag. Miss Old Hag. Bag. Fuck. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Nioli, Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't! Well, I mean, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, Witness.
He's having trouble calling her Old Bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What? What?
Even Edgeworth is surprised?
The prosecutor would like to ask the old... the witness. Please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you.
This is a court of law, miss.
Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Wow, old Windag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof, then.
Alright.
I never say anything. I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run through the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
Wait, hang on, was that both of them?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's gotta be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Nope. Okay, what prop was it? He broke a prop?
Sure did. His own samurai spear.
His samurai spear? The murder weapon?
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a significant detail. Better write this down in the court record. Okay, tape is good and everything, but I don't even flex tape could make that thing be a murder weapon. What about the other bit? Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at that picture again. So he was walking strangely because he was injured.
It does look like he's dragging his foot.
See? And you didn't trust me, whippersnapper.
Okay. I guess.
Whippersnapper!
Hey, I haven't even said anything yet.
I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. Youth today, always wanting my each other. Point fingers this and that, stuff to make an old lady want to cry.
Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. Trip and fall?
Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You help make it better?
I kiss it where it hurts.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning the backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained?
Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch.
Thus the nap.
Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked.
Dragging his foot, okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there's one thing that bothers me.
Which is?
Where is this Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though? Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're sure, Honor?
Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. And I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that a possibility also.
Then allow me to remove the doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice.
Okay, dodge the bullet there, apparently.
The time before Hammer's death was 2:30. True? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
What if Powers went there after 5? What if someone was in there? What about before you got to the guard station?
You mean before 1 p.m.? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention...
Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy.
Edgy boy? Old Windbag sure has balls, or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details, after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps. Are you absolutely sure?
Oh, quite, Sonny. No one suspicious looking passed by at all.
Nobody suspicious looking. Right. What about before you got to... Oh, wait, 1 sec. Didn't I already do this one? Yeah, I already answered this one. Okay. Okay. All right. Wait. Oh, fuck. That's not what I want. This actually might be it. Yeah, that. Studio 2. They could have gone to Studio 2. I'm gonna present that. Oh, shit. Okay, right. Okay. I'll present the thing again. I'll present the thing, but it's not gonna work, is it? It is? Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sirree, Sonny.
So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground.
Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work in the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo.
Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo 2.
Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo 2.
Photo 2.
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be phone number 1 if it was the only photo?
Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1 but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there is only one data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
You watch your mouth, you whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer thingies. Edgy boy, help!
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
That's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
We don't have the photo, though.
Every day after I finish my Gajis, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded in the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of it.
Well, of course, Sonny, I only just remembered it.
Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
All right, then.
How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking?
Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces. For the most part.
For the most part. This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag.
Well, I didn't touch that suspicious looking Will Powers photo, did I?
I think she's missing the point. Can't think of it now. I remember throwing out one photo that day. Okay, yeah. Well, who the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
A fanboy?
Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. What was there today?
Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The gate's been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain?
I told you they were freaks. Oh, and...
And?
They're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Kids? So, on the photo that you erased?
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What?
Order! Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate on your way to the studios that day. One was a steel samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh, yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in the 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it will be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
Okay. What do I have to work with here? Mr. Powers?
Yeah?
Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
I don't remember his voice either. This is just going to be a thing for this entire playthrough, clearly. So, who is the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I could imagine anyone wanted to steal the Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else who could conceivably have done this. Right! And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
I can't do the sniffly sniffs.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on the matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went in the studio was a boy, roughly of 10 years. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there's still no one else that could have committed the crime. I call for a vote of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well, Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecutor's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Who?
Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who was this person of the Mr. Powers who could have committed the...
The assistant girl's the only one. She was there. It was the assistant. The Steel Samurai costume was in his dressing room. She stole it and in doing so became the Steel Samurai.
So you're saying the Steel Samurai in the picture is really the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor. Oh, what now? If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the Steel Samurai a little Leno? He was dragging his foot. Oh, uh-oh. Bad feeling time. Remember the testimony concerning Powers' injury?
Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, and me.
What about the assistant?
Oh, her? She was cleaning the backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
But while she's shorter, the assistant knew nothing about Mr. Powers' injury. She could have looked the Steel Samurai look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the Steel Samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped. That kind of takes the legs out from under that case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned.
Shit. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Oh, wait, no. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
May move on, Mr. Wright.
This fight isn't over yet.
If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please.
Very well, go ahead. So who was a person could have committed the murder?
Security lady? Hates powers because hammer. Well, given the music's ended, it was a security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Whoa!
The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they've been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Mr. Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper!
I regret doing this voice.
Order! Order! Is this true, Old Bag?
Old Bag? That's Miss Old Bag to you!
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left the post to steal the steel samurai costume, then slipped in Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Wait, but she wouldn't actually do that though, because she loves Jackhammer.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take a picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right there! Sherlock Holmes 2, baby! That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up for an objection or some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does this prosecution have an opinion of the matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this to a whole new way. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a subject in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions for that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forgot that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope.
Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased.
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin an old man 10 seconds tops.
Your force, Mr. Wright?
That boy's not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Or is it because it's nice to be kids and means your eldest day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed. Let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that Shazboy could not commit this murder.
That? Your Honor, the murder weapon was a samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible!
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
The Windbag. Speechless. That's gotta be a first.
Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more for your witness. Miss Windy... what was her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag while we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait a second! I'm not going to just say while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm the talking. I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk.
Mr. Oldbag, Miss Oldbag, Bag, Miss Oldbag, what is this about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about.
Not to talk about?
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Excuse me?
Well, testify.
Alright then.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studio on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're going to accuse me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Miss Oldberg, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? I'm losing my judge voice because my throat is getting tired and sore.
Ain't you been listening? Have a drink. There we go. They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
Oh, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay. Who? Who are these people?
Well, the director and the producer for starters.
The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scenes for our director? That's what I said. Of course.
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So, where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime. They had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio 2? There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gates and all the way to the left. The path where
The path the monkey said was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Your Honor, we have learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldberg, and more information of these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends today's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. The court is adjourned. Sheesh. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Ah, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and the producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So, now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studio. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. He's such a baby. Oh, to be continued. Man, these are taking like an hour each time. Yeah, I want to save, and I want to stop, because my throat's killing me right now. Oh, well, that is all the time I've got. Yeah, my throat's going. All the time I've got for this episode. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you all next time. Bye-bye! Was anything doing that weird stuff? No? Okay. Bye!